So the 2017 season of anime has finally begun, people, and I just got done watching the very first episode of an anime that just recently dropped for this season, and that is Enmusubi no Youko-chan, otherwise known as Fox Spirit Matchmaker. Now, from my knowledge, from what I have been hearing about this show, is that this is actually based off a Chinese work, and I think due to like the popularity that was surrounding it, it ended up getting a Japanese anime adaptation. But yeah, I think that's as far as I know regarding this anime. It's just that it was based off a Chinese work. It was recently an ONA series, but it now has finally gotten a Japanese TV adaptation, which is going to contain at least 13 episodes, I'm assuming. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, because I might have my information wrong when it comes to the development of this anime. So if you guys want to correct me in the comments, feel free to do so. But what is Enmusubi no Youko-chan about? It is basically about a fox spirit matchmaker who tries to, well, matchmake our main male character. At least that's what it seems like the anime is trying to do. I mean, I'm not exactly sure when it comes down to the overall, synopsis of this, anime, because of the fact that it just seemed to be all over the place, and very little was actually kind of presented in this episode. I mean, it was mainly just showing the characters, but at the same time, even the character introductions, just seemed to, like, be glanced over. It was just kind of, like, thrown at you. It wasn't really giving anyone a full introduction, so to speak. Everything in this episode went by pretty fast. Fast-paced, progression in the story, and then comedy-based, which I know for a fact this is what the series is going to be. I mean, I knew it was going to be a comedy-based series, but at the same time, like, just on how the basic concept of the story is going, like, very little is known about the world from what it seems like, and also the character introductions seem to have just been kind of glossed over. They were just kind of thrown at you. The only thing that I really picked up from this episode was the very basic concept of the story, and that is Susu, our main female protagonist, which is adorable, by the way. Susu actually is a fox spirit, and of course a matchmaker, hence the title, and it's basically her duty as a member of this very notable fox clan to end up pretty much matchmaking a human with another individual for them to completely start over a new love life. When it comes down to the comedy of this episode of Enmusubi no Youko-chan, in my personal opinion, I didn't really find it that funny. I mean, I got a few chuckles here and there out of the episode, but it just didn't really feel anything that was like, ha 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 ha, So, that's really when it comes down to the comedy, but I mean, this is only the very first episode. The only thing that really just kind of irked me about this, presentation of the very first episode of Enmusubi no Youko-chan is just the pacing on how the story is being handled as of right now, because it just kind of seems like everything's being thrown into a blender, so to speak, and not many things actually seem to add up. But this is the very first episode. Maybe it's gonna get, a little bit more explanatory, in the next few episodes to come. I'm not exactly sure yet. I don't know how the original work is, but that's at least from what I've expected when it comes down to this first episode of Enmusubi no Youko-chan. But when it comes down to the animation, some good things to actually say about it. The animation looks very decent and actually pretty good at times. I love Susu. I love Susu. She's a very adorable character. I like her character. And when it comes down to the voice acting is not that bad either. I'm actually digging the voice acting. So yeah, that about does it for my very first episode review of Enmusubi no Youko-chan, I think. I mean, when it comes down to this overall episode, there's really not much to talk about as far as right now. I mean, there was very little that actually got explained within this episode. The pacing felt kind of, rushed at points. The character introductions felt rushed as well. So there wasn't really too much of a full grasp on characters that you can understand, or even the world for that matter, that this, series is partaking in as of right now. But hopefully, since technically the two main characters have finally met with each other, we'll most likely be learning about the world and hopefully more about the characters as the series progresses. But as of right now, it's just kind of meh. you know, just meh. But it's not per se bad. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Enmusubi no Youko-chan. I definitely recommend you guys give it a shot. Maybe it could be your thing. But yeah, give this video a like if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you want to stay updated to my future content on this channel, hit that red subscribe button down below. And you'll never miss a video from me, as there will be more videos to come revolving around the summer season of anime. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you all for watching. Peace.